seeing men sit around so much. I think that if the women all stood up and said, we're not doing this anymore, the men wouldn't know what to do. They would starve. They wouldn't be able to do anything.
Charlie's training continues with a lesson from daughter-in-law Sultan on how to make börek, a type of Turkish bread.
You make it look so easy. There we go. Right, let me do it. Like this. But I don't know how to do that. Look, that. Why don't I just try and then we'll see what happens. That's really unnatural going that way. That doesn't work. I can't flip it round, so I'm just going to spread it out and make it. This is ridiculous. I'm trying my hardest. It's like when people start laughing at you and you know you're trying to do something. Should I just give them a laugh? It's a bit cruel, I think.
Charlie.
What?
Charlie.
I'm doing it.
Charlie, niye ağladın?
Because I can't do it and I'm embarrassed.
Biz de öyle alıştık. Biz de böyle alıştık. Charlie bak biz de öyle alıştık bak. Ama biz hiç ağlamadık.
Well, excuse me for for crying. Would you like me to leave?
Bir şey yok. Şimdi öyle yaptık mı olur bak. Bak iyi oldu gördün mü? Başka atacak mısın Charlie?
I wouldn't like to, but I probably should. It was really difficult. I've never cooked before. And they were saying to me earlier, a woman is judged on how well she can cook and how well she can sew and things like that. And if they're judging their women on that, then I'm a pretty bad woman, and that's not nice that's not a nice feeling.
There's another aspect of living as a Yörük woman Charlie's finding difficult to accept. Her headscarf. And this morning, Aysel is aggravating the situation.
I've woken up and Aysel's not wearing a headscarf again, and she's just kind of going around without her scarf on. Have a look. Aysel. So I've just decided to take mine off, and I've pointed at her and said if she's not wearing hers, I'm not wearing mine. I'm just trying to prove a point that either all of the women wear it or we don't. It's not really fair.
As the only daughter and youngest woman in the family, Aysel is often allowed to bend the rules. But Charlie's not going to let the matter rest. She wants some answers from the head of the family.
This morning, did you understand why I took my headscarf off? Because Aysel had hers off, and I didn't understand why she was allowed to not wear one, where we have to wear ours all the time and sleep in.
Aysel çıkarmış ya sabah yıkayacağım diye. O yıkamış. Ondan sonra bu da çıkardı.
I know that she was washing one, but I thought the rules were when you wash your hair, you put a clean one on.
Bu da yapabilir canım, bir şey demiyor. Bu da aynısını yapabilir. Bu da dolaşabilir canım.
No, I don't want to have special privileges like her. That's not, I'm just trying to find out why she can do things other people can't.
O da yapsın aynı, o da yapsın.
It's the first time Charlie has openly questioned the way the family live.
I feel guilty for being annoyed by them because they're good people, but I feel very frustrated. I think what I was trying to get across, they didn't really understand, and I didn't think that would make me angry, but it has.
Ama net olsa yani insan bir başkasının yani yabancı bir yerde bir şey diyemez ama o bize bağırdı hep.
Bayram's planning a treat for Charlie. is going to slaughter a goat in her honor.
So, Dad, what's going on?
2 lira diyor.
They're killing them. We're killing the goats. Did you want me to start a fire so we can cook it? Ateş.
Yes.
To eat.
Tamam.
Well, it's not a fire I want to start. Big fire for the goats.
Goats represent the family's wealth. They can be worth as much as £200 each, and they're rarely eaten.
Charlie! Charlie, gel.
Byram wants Charlie to be present.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to watch it and be hard, though. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, my God. That was the horriblest noise I've ever heard in my life. God. It's still kind of twitching.
Makan varmış ha. Sen kal.
What are you trying to do?
Böyle yaparlar, sürerler alnına kurban.
Oh my God.
Dur ya.
Oh. Got this blood on my head. I feel a bit sick right now. I don't know if I'm going to throw up on it. I could have just eaten yogurt and cheese.
Her yerde hayvan keserler. İngiltere'de de keserler, etleri var markette.
Oraya geldi mi kesmiyor. Gelin gelin.
Şu ayağını tut, sen tutsun.
I might be sick. Oh God, this is horrible.
Bu çok korkunç. Demek, take the way. One more time.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. It's like a biology lesson when you find out all the parts are.
Nothing of the goat is wasted. The skin is cured and used for storage, and even the head will be boiled and eaten. Charlie's day of surprises isn't over. One of the goats has gone into labor.
Is that not dangerous?
Hadi sen de.
Oh, it's obviously in a lot of pain. So, Tam, are you helping it come out? Are you pulling it out? Is it okay? You're gonna have a baby really soon. Oh! There it is! Oh my God! Oh wow, that's amazing! It's a baby. Oh, baby boy! Well done, Ketchy. Good job. This is a brilliant birth. It's really quick. And he doesn't need any attention, just needs to be with his mum. I'm not going to name it because I'm afraid it will die if I name it.
Tonight, Charlie's eating meat for the first time since she arrived.
Ali. Ali Bey. Şuna koyacağım.
A goat was slaughtered in my name. It was shocking, but I got to deal with it because that's kind of how it is here. Also, a little baby goat was born. It was actually amazing. That was the kind of the moment when everything clicked and I realised kind of how amazing it is to be here. It was kind of a reality check of like, this is nature and this is something that I'd never seen before. Now I've got here, I can see my flaws more clearly than I've kind of been able to before. I just feel really disappointed in myself. Before, I've always had an excuse. I've always been able to say, oh, because, you know, my mum's ill, I'm upset, and I can be rude, I can be arrogant, you know, because I'm having a hard time. But here, I've got nothing to worry about, so I have no excuse. I came being someone who's quite inquisitive and was interested, and then I just turned into like one of those children that you just keep asking why and why to their parents who get infuriated with them. If they don't want anything to change, then who am I to come in and question what they do? Jeanette, I'd like to be part of it in the morning and kind of have a chance to wake up and help you, because I don't like to feel that I'm not pulling my weight.
Tamam, ben kaldırayım o zaman.
Thank you very much.
Ondan sonra diyor hani kendine gel.
When the chores are done, there's time for the younger members of the family to relax.
Devamını biliyorum.
Kendin gezmenden söyle.
Charlie 50 Cent dinliyor musun?
Evet. Go shorty, it's your birthday. We're gonna party like it's your birthday. We're gonna drink Bacardi. Do you know any other rappers or American or English musicians?
Yok.
Silifke'nin yoğurdu, sen de söyleyeceğim bana. Silifke'nin yoğurdu,
Silifke'nin yoğurdu,
kız seni kimler doğurdu?
kız kime kim yoğurdu. I haven't had music in ages.
The weather has turned fine, and Charlie's up early to start work.
The wind's dropped and the rain clouds have gone. I like it here. I like being outdoors. I really genuinely feel comfortable and at home here. It's nice.
The Goks have been camped in this spot for a month now. They've paid to stay on the land, but as nomads they don't stay anywhere for too long. Bayram has decided, as the weather's good, it's the right time to move the herd to fresh pastures.
Burada ot bitti. Onun için gidiyoruz.
I was collecting words a minute ago.
The women pack for the move, and Janet gives orders.
Jeanette, what can I do?
Yatak yüklüyorlar işte, yatak yüklüyorlar. Yo Ayşe, üstünlerini alın, altında kalsın. Charlie.
Oh, I can't do it. Oh, as easy as that, is it? Do you want me to help?
İp çözdün. Çözün.
I'm doing that.
Çöz.
I've only ever been camping at festivals, and the tents have instructions, so it's a bit different, but they all know how to do it, so I'm just kind of watching and trying to help as much as I can, but I don't know how much help I'm actually being. I think I'm just getting in the way.
Otur kabağına.
İşte böyle zaman işte. Bu develeri şeyle çekeceğiz, davarlarla.
Even though Bayram is the head of the household, Jeanette, I think, is the secret power behind it all, because she's more authoritative than him. I think he likes kind of being the man of the house, but then she's delegating, telling people what to do.
Dur Charlie bir dakika.
I'm looking forward to seeing where we're going to stay. My job was to look after the camels, which was really cool because I love the camels, and they're really easy to herd. You just kind of walk and they follow you.
Kısa gittiğin zaman kolay, uzun gittiğin zaman yoruluyorsun, öyle zor. Ama buradan kolay ekin nohut olmayınca buradan kolay gidiyor.
In the last few years, the government has started to restrict where Yörük families can graze their herds, threatening their way of life. Many have been forced to give up their herds and settle in the town.
Biraz oradan seçeceğiz, kendimize göre diyoruz. Böyle ayakta duruyoruz anca bu şekilde yani. Bunlarla geçim yaptığımız şey. Durdurursak yerine getiremezsin bile. Yani bunu bırak bir daha canlandıramazsın.
They've walked nearly 25 kilometers to get to their new camp.
Are we here? Is this where we're staying now?
We've come to a place now that's really cool. It's really green and there's loads of grass for the goats to eat, so they're really happy and everyone's kind of in good spirits. I feel like I've probably changed as a person since I've been here. It's got easier and it's been really relaxing as well as everything else. The reason that I found it difficult to kind of fit in straight away is just because I'd never kind of experienced that before. I didn't believe that families like this existed, but they do.
The move is over, and they've managed to get the tent up in the nick of time.
It's raining! We were just out with the goats and the camels, like in the fields, and then all of a sudden they've got lots of lightning and thunder, and then the wind started blowing up, and it's all kind of a bit mad. But it's quite cool actually, it's really refreshing.
The storm has blown through, and the family are settling into their new home. Charlie and Sedat are helping to build a new goat pen, closely watched by Janet.
It's easier to get all the goats together to milk them in a run rather than chase them around the field. Sedat, he's really, really nice and he'll look after me. He is very sensitive and very jokey, like he likes talking and chatting. So he's a bit of a modern man in that sense. But he does all the manly stuff as well. Like that?
I'm sorry.
It's time for Charlie to get back to woman's work. The two wives, Janet and Aisha, have asked her to help them in the tent.
Yo, ekmek atacağız dedi.
This bread is absolutely amazing. I want to know how to do it at home.
Charlie, öğrenemedin mi daha?
Since her first failed attempt at making bread, Charlie hasn't yet had another go.
Yapacak bugün yapacak.
She makes it look so easy.
Bak şöyle.
Aisha, when did you learn to make bread?
Ekmeği bu kadar yapamazdım. Bari bana iyi yap ekmeği, dedi döverdi beni.
Jeanette, you used to hit her because she couldn't make the bread.
İyi yap ekmeği, dedi. Ben öğrettim ona ekmek yap. Charlie, ekmek atacak mı?
I can try, but it went horribly wrong last time. Here we go.
Charlie, bak, öyle yap, öyle. Öyle değil, öyle değil.
Oh no, you're gonna hit me.
Charlie, dur bak, şöyle.
I get it now. You flip it over.
Ha. Ha.
Yay! Is that it?
Şuradan dolan, şöyle. Götür, at gel. Charlie işi gücü boşlar gayrı. Bir un çuvalları, bir saç, bir senit, bir oklava.
But I've got no one to give it to.
Sedat'ı da götüreceğim, Sedat'ı vereceğim sana.
Aisha, you guys seem really close now. Had you only just finished school when you came here?
3-4 sene oldu ben okuldan çıkarım.
That must have been really difficult. Do you ever feel like you missed out on anything?
Özlemez olur muyum? Allah bir geri gelse.
Ben iş yapardım. Ayşe yok. Çıksam çocuklarla top oynar olurdu.
So how did you and Bayram meet then?
Eskiden komşuyduk, bayramla tanıştık.
Were you scared coming into a household being the second wife?
Tabii canım, ne de desen koştuk.
Benim kocayı elimden aldı Ayşe.
Did you feel hurt that he wanted to have another wife?
Tabii üzmez olur mu? Üzdü. Hala da üzmekte. Çünkü Bayram Ayşe'yi çok seviyor, beni sevmiyor.
He does love you as well.
Beni de seviyor mu?
Ever since I got here, I've been wanting to speak to Aisha and Jeanette about, you know, being two wives as one man. You know, I was quite angry about it when I first came because I just, you know, thought it was very unfair. But as I've got to know them both, I can see that they're really close and they really care about each other. I've got a lot of respect for Jeanette because she's saying how much it hurts her every day, yet she doesn't take it out on Aisha. And Aisha's so friendly and laughing all the time. A lot of things are surprising me here. These women, you think they must be really kind of repressed and downtrodden and not, you know, not alive. But they're very alive, very much alive. They're all strong women, they're not small characters.
Charlie and Isel are having a beauty session, mountain style.
I head like this.
Sıcak mı diyor?
This is lovely. It's like being at a hairdresser's.
Sadece da kirlenmiş, köpürmüyor bile.
Oh no. It's not used to going this long without being washed.
Tamam.
Tamam. Is that better?
Güzel oldu. Yörük oldum, yörük.
Away from the others, it's Charlie's opportunity to find out what it's like to be a single Yörük woman.
Have you ever met anybody that you thought that you might like?
Olmadı.
Really?
Okulda bizim arkadaşlarım hep aşık oluyordu ama ben aşık olmadım.
If you had a boyfriend, would he be able to come and just visit your family and have dinner with you guys and things?
Öyle gezmeye gelir ama benimle bir yerde buluşmaya gelemez.
I had a boyfriend for just under 4 years, about 3.5 years, and we never got married. Do you think that's wrong?
Erkek arkadaşıyla ilişkiye girdiysen yanlış ama ilişkiye girmediysen yanlış bir şey değil. Normal bir şey.
We did have sex, and it was lovely, and we were very much in love with each other, and it didn't work out, but I'm really glad it happened. I don't regret anything.
Başkasıyla evlendiğin zaman sana sorarsa ne yapacaksın?
Well, back home, people tend to lose their virginity before they get married.
Bizim burada da öyle değildir işte. Erkek arkadaşım olsa elimi tutsa tokadı yapıştırırım.
Oh, God. You wouldn't like to meet some of the men in England, then? They'd be trying to do more than hold your hand.
Ayrı çalışmak istiyorum ben yani. Herkesten uzak bir yerde yalnız. Böyle olmak isterim.
Have you any idea what you want to do?
Şehre gideceğim, hepsini düşünüp öyle gideceğim.
Does that mean that you don't like this life here?
Evet. Onlar bu hayatı seviyorlar, ben bu hayatı hiç sevmiyorum. Ben de kendi paramı kazanırım ama izin vermiyorlar.
How do you think your family will feel with you leaving?
Hiç söylemedim ama zaten izin vermezler. Bunu benim sana anlattıklarım sadece benim hayalim.
A few days later, there's excitement in the Oba.
They're just packing lots of bags, and I'm watching.
The Goks have been invited to a family wedding in a town 2 hours away from the mountain. This is a rare opportunity for Isel to meet a city husband.
İsterdim dinlenmek. Yordu beni bu hayat aslında. Bu yaşına kadar yani burada uğraşıyoruz, git bir de evlendiğin zaman onun yanında uğraş.
But Isel won't be allowed to marry until someone else joins the family to take over her workload.
Sedat evlenmeyince evlenemez o. Sedat onun büyüğü. O sıradan çıkacak. Aysel'e sıra öyle gelecek. Ben şimdi düğüne gideceğiz ya. O kız kardeşimin düşünüyor.
Only one of his wives will accompany Bayram to the wedding. Aisha must stay at home to look after the animals.
I'm quite looking forward to it. It'd be nice to see the other side because they talk about things outside of here so much that it'd be nice to see that as well.
The wedding is taking place in Silivka, a small town near the eastern Mediterranean coast, where many Yörük have chosen to settle. Here, they've given up the strict traditional codes of the mountain plateau. And when they're in town among settled relatives, the Gok women relax their rules too. Charlie and Aysel shed their headscarves and join the bride for a makeover.
Merhaba, ben Aysel. Merhaba. Kuzenimmişsiniz, tanımıyorum. Charlie İngiltere'den geldi. Bizle bir ay kalacak. Evet.
I'm really excited to see a Turkish wedding because I think it might be quite different to what it's like at home.
The hairdressers is full of friends and relatives, getting done up for the night ahead.
Thank you. Teşekkürler. Wow. Look at my hair. I feel like a girl.
This place is absolutely heaving. Everyone seems really happy though. It's really cool. It's like a real party kind of atmosphere.
The wedding is a big family reunion. The bride is Janet's niece, and it's an opportunity for the Goks to meet up with the rest of their clan. They're one of the few families who are still nomadic, and the wedding is a stark reminder that the future of their way of life is uncertain. Sedat is here to meet his cousin. His parents have picked her as a potential wife for him, and this is his opportunity to get to know her. But there's only one slow dance at the wedding.
Charlie, kalk.
After the excitement of the wedding, Charlie's come down to earth with a bump. The tent is full of guests, but Janet has only one thing on her mind. After Charlie's dance with Sedat, she has a ritual she wants to perform on her.
Charlie, kalk.
Yes.
Kalk. Sultanın yanına var Charlie.
I just feel really rotten. I've got a fever and feel cold and hot, and my muscles just feel really achy. I've got a headache above, like just above my eyes.
Charlie'ye nazar olmuş. Kurşun dökecek. Charlie ondan sonra iyileşecek. Şalvarını çekecek. Çemberini kundak kurup geçi sağacak.
What's it supposed to do? What is it that's in me? I don't really understand.
Şimdi süslenince güzel oldu ya. Herkes buna tanımış. Herkes bunu tanımış. Nazar olmuş.
What's the evil eye?
Ya o Allah tarafından bizim ürüsüm yani göresek.
To get rid of the evil eye, they're melting some lead shot. The sound it makes when they throw it into water will determine whether Charlie has been affected.
Esas nazarmış yani. Sedat mı nazar etmiş? Bakın bakayım. Sedat'ına dans yaptın, oynadın. Biraz da yakın durdu Sedat sana. Alır gözünle tanımış seni demek ki ya. Motor sürüyor. Motor sürüyor. Aynı Sedat'a benziyor.
Tell Sadat to stop looking at me because it makes me unwell.
Öldü mü kafası? Tamam. Charlie suyu dök köpeğin üstüne.
On it? Oh my god. Really? Oh.
Tamam.
I'm feeling better, thank you. Quite quickly, and I'm a bit scared because I don't know why.
With the evil eye purged, Charlie and Sadat go back to their normal routine.
Me and Sadat were kind of instantly good friends. You know, I've always felt really comfortable around him, and I suppose we have got closer. He's different from the other men here as well, and, you know, he hasn't got a wife, and I'm a single person. Yeah, so we spend a lot of time together, and he's like a big brother to me. He's a nice guy.
Tabii canım, şimdi biz de ona bağlandık, giderken illa üzüleceğiz ya.
With only a day to go before Charlie has to leave, the family are slaughtering another goat in her honor.
I think we know exactly what everything's used for now. I've seen death, birth, used for eating, the fur for the tent. They live and breathe goats, these people. They're handy creatures.
Selamlar. Selamünaleyküm. Aleyküm selam hemşerim.
Bayram has invited some friends to help give Charlie a good send-off.
Ye Charlie ye.
Demesi top dediğin.
Çok güzel.
Ye. Oraya hıvlı.
Charlie.
Nasıl bunu?
Kız sen çok şişmanladın. Uçağa binersin. Düşersin. Uçak düşer gal.
Onu arayacaksın sen daha dur.
Uykumuz geldi Alem.
I'm going home tomorrow. The boys are dancing.
Aysel. Aysel kalk. Haydın kız.
It's Charlie's last day on the mountain plateau. She's first up and has taken charge of the morning chores.
Alarm çalmadan kalktı Charlie. Yardım edin Charlie dedim. Ana ben yakarım, ataşı yaparım ben, sen yat dedi. Yemeği yapar, evi süpürür. Sabah erken kalkar, bizden önce çayı demler. Gider çobanı kaldırır gelir, çayını verir, ekmeğini verir. Çobanı yollar.
I'm going to really miss the goats, guys. When I go back to London, I'm going to try and herd the people on the tube like goats. I'm going to be getting on the train like, hey, hey, hey.
Charlie.
Do you think I'm mad?
Nazar ederler sana, nazar ederler orada, nazar.
Charlie, sana nazar et. Bak sana sen düğüne gittin ya, sana nazar etmişler biliyor musun? Sana
That's my evil eye.
İngiltere'de de nazar etmişler.
That is the biggest evil eye I've seen. It's so massive. Teşekkürler.
Charlie. Charlie. Bizi çok mu konuşacaksın orada, gördüm, çadıra vardım, şöyle yaptı, böyle yaptı, konuşacaksın mı?
Yeah, I'm going to tell everybody and show them pictures of you.
Manevi diyeceksin, manevi bu.
This is my Turkish dad,
O da anne.
Janet Anna. Mum and Dad. Teşekkürler. I'd never be able to experience anything like this again, so thank you so much. These guys, from day one, I've been their family, and they've treated me like that. Little things happen and you just realise that you're part of them, and I know that I've kind of got a second family here in Turkey, and I can come and visit them whenever I want to, and that's a really nice feeling. I don't feel like I'm leaving. I mean, there's always things to be doing. Gonna miss you. You grow into a big, strong goat. Don't cry. Jeanette's like the ultimate mother. Seeing her and seeing the enjoyment she gets out of being a mother really kind of gives me hope, because I'd love to have that one day. I'd love to get so much enjoyment out of looking after people. Mwah. Mwah. See. Sit tight, okay. Bye. It's going to be really strange to wake up without them all there, so I'm really sad to say goodbye, and for them to be upset as well. I don't want them to be upset that I'm going. I think this has given me an opportunity to kind of get things straight in my mind, and as much as I'm going to miss the people here, I'm really excited to see my family, because I know that we're at a good point now. And I don't want to miss a moment of being with my mum now.